To me now with the special factor, talk radio in the presidential race. Our next guest is kind of conservative, but she's a strong feminist as well. Tammy Bruce joins us now from Los Angeles. All right, so you heard Melanie and you heard Ed, and I'm going to put forth the same line of questioning to you.
Sure.
The line, is there a line in your world, talk radio world, when you are analyzing the presidential race, or does anything go?
Well, as has already been said, the line really is not offending your audience. The audience, though, knows they're not tuning in for the news. They're tuning in for opinion. What I do, and I think what most hosts do, is we use the news to elevate the nature of what our opinion is. That's why people are tuning in. They want to know your take on it. They'll also, it's a smart audience. Then they will take the bits and pieces that work for them and reject the rest.
Okay, but here...
I do think opinion is based in judgment, and that's what they expect you to have.
Here's where that analysis breaks down, with all due respect to you, who we love as a guest. There are certain individuals on talk radio and on cable television in this country who are dishonest individuals. They come on the radio and they calculate, I can get this audience, okay, right here, if I hate this person. Now, I don't really hate the person because I don't know the person or whatever.
Politicians do that too.
What?
Politicians do that too.
Yeah, but you don't justify bad behavior by pointing to other bad behavior, and both you and I do talk radio, and please don't compare us to politicians, Tammy. You'll break my heart.
Well, no,
You'll break my heart if you do
this.
Okay,
we don't do this,
let me just finish
the standard, and the audience knows.
Okay, but the audience knows that you've got haters on the radio. Yet some of those haters make a very good living by calculating that there is a certain segment of the American population that wants hate radio and hate cable television, and that's what they serve up. So I'm so you can be successful. Not many are. Air America, as we said, collapsed, but a few are able to do that. Not on a big success level, but enough. Now.
Sure.
You won't do that. Why? Why wouldn't you, Tammy Bruce, say, you know, I'm going to hate so-and-so because I know I'll get that audience?
Well, because I have to respect myself in the morning. I lived my life on the left for a very long time, and I woke up many mornings and did not respect myself. And once you've gone through that experience, I made a pact that I would be able to, in being honest, having respect in general for people, but also in being honest, I have emotions, I have judgment, I have opinions. I do not portray myself as an objective news person, and the audience respects that. And when I wake up in the morning, I know that I've been honest and I've been fair.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Standard.
So you actually thought about your presentation. Now you said something interesting. When you were on the left, you woke up some mornings and you didn't feel good about yourself.
Right. Yeah, it's an unpleasant
What happened in that area that disturbed you?
Well, I think what we see, and we see it even now, we see it not only when it comes to leftists in the media, but also in politicians, is that when you compromise your principles and your standards in order to either make a certain group like you, in order to move an agenda, when you figure, let's say, the ends justifies the means, and I think the Clintons do this a great deal, I think many people on the left do it, you know that you are taking advantage of people who believe that you're telling them the truth. And there are too many candidates and too many people in the media these days who do quite the opposite.
When you were on the left, did you ever lie? Did you ever lie to the audience?
I did once.
What was that?
I did once. It was during the mayoral race for Los Angeles, and my PAC endorsed a man who I did not like against Dick Reardon, who eventually became mayor. And I stood next to this other man, Michael Wu, and I told a press conference that he was the best man to lead Los Angeles. And in my heart, I knew that was not the case, and I lied because my PAC endorsed him, and I should have refused to have done it. I didn't, and it was that key when I did that, when I promised myself I would never do it again, and I haven't.
Would you make fun of somebody's physical appearance, Tammy?
I wouldn't make fun of it, but I do think physicality tells us about someone's frame of mind. I think that being grossly obese, being anorexic, not taking care of yourself, we see people on the left who are physically in quite terrible trouble, and I think it speaks to mental health.
All right, so you would point it out, but you wouldn't relish it.
Oh, no. I mean, I think like somebody like Michael Moore or Rosie O'Donnell or other people who have physical issues, it's a reflection of depression, perhaps self-loathing.
So you would analyze
you can see where someone is. Oh, absolutely. Right. I do it very often, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't do that because I'm not qualified to do that. Now, last question. Who do you like in this race? Who are you supporting in the presidential race?
I am supporting Rudy Giuliani. I still have some reservations. I also, though, don't think any of the candidates are perfect. But what I do want, in their imperfection, is honesty. I know that with the Clintons, what bothered me there were the lies, was the finger pointing in the camera and the pounding on the desks about whether or not he had sexual relations with someone.
Okay. Will you criticize Giuliani even though you're supporting him?
Oh, I have. I have, and I think that what his strength is the fact that he's an honest man. I do think he's weak on the Second Amendment. I want him to get stronger on that, and I need him to get stronger on border issues. And
but his personal life, that doesn't enter into it to you?
You know, no one's perfect, and I think if we're lying to ourselves if we think we've got a perfect man or woman, but what I do want is what he said. Just like with Schwarzenegger, I was on his transition team, is be honest about your failings, learn from them, tell us you're learning from them, and then show us the difference. And that's what Giuliani does, and I'm impressed with that.
All right, Tammy. And I can assume Hillary Clinton is the one you don't want to win the most.
Well, I would vote for Hillary Clinton over Mike Huckabee.
Okay.
I sure would.
I'm going to bring you back on that one. All right, we got to go, but sure. I want you to explain that one the next time we have you on.
Sure.
All right, no Tammy worries. Bruce, everybody, thank you.